What is up, YouTube? This is Mr. King coming at you live with the next video. So we're just going to jump right into it. Today is going to be a more difficult lesson. It is going to be called Dragon Genetics. So what you're doing, you're basically going to be like your own Daenerys. You're going to be a dragon breeder or the guy from How to Train a Dragon. So how you do it, you start with this link. It may take a while to load. And then instead of wasting time making an account, I want you to play as a guest. That was the bottom option. And then I skipped the intro. You can watch the intro if you want. I skipped it. And then you go to case log. Now your goal for today is to get all the way down to level 2, challenge 1. Try and finish, go through all these to get to making babies. That one's always the most fun, right? Ron, no. Okay, so read the directions. Welcome to the Drake. Drake is a dragon. Breeders Guild. So you're just going to play around with it. It talks about changing the gender of the dragon and then how to breed your dragon. So essentially what you're going to be doing, you're going to be manipulating the chromosomes, and with each chromosome, these little lines are genes. They're sections of the chromosome. It's basically a section of gene A that gives you a trait. And the first question on the worksheet is based on the instructions, what is an allele? And then give an example. So all of these are alleles. So this is the metallic gene. Metallic and non-metallic are alleles of the same gene. So an allele is a version of a gene, and there are usually multiple versions. So like for example, you can either have forelimbs or no forelimbs. Forelimbs are these, the front legs, hind legs are the back legs. Forelimbs, hind limbs, okay? And then you could also change the gender, and you can notice like this male has a little gill thing. That's important, and that will come up later. Okay, so you play around with it. You're really just playing it around, and then your goal is to make a drake. You're trying to match the one right here. So how you do it, you're trying to make it metal. You're trying to do wings, no wings. You're trying to give it wings. It looks like it has both hind legs and forelegs. And then let's see if mine matches. Perfect. Now we're going to go to the next challenge, and I'm going to keep trying to match my dragon. So the whole point of this activity is to just get you familiar with how genes work, and you may notice certain things, what will happen, like if I don't have a metal gene, or if I only have one metal gene, what's going to happen? So the goal is for you to basically just play around with it, and I want you to go through all those challenges. It's going to get harder as you go, and then I want you to end with this one, case 2, and try and make babies. This one's just showing you how to do it. So you will learn in sex ed that when people mate, our sex cells go through a process called meiosis, and the process basically happens over time in the simulation. I'm going to skip through, and then you make egg and sperm cells. So each cell either has an X or Y. This one looks like a mom, so she's making eggs, and then here are the genes, the chromosomes, and each chromosome, it'll show you the genes. Those are the possible eggs that the mom's going to make. So that whole point was just show you how to make eggs, and then the next part is going to be a little difficult. You're going to be trying to make babies, and the babies you're going to match, you're trying to make these two based on these parents. So how you do it, you drag the mother, you drag the father, and then you press play. Start watching those cells divide in a process called meiosis. So the father is going to make sperm cells, and the ones that will be boys will have that Y chromosome. Girls will have the X chromosome. And I'm done waiting, so I'm just going to press end. And that'll give you 4 genetically different cells in the process of meiosis. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to match these 2 dragons. My recommendations are you should look at what genes you're going to give them. So I'm going to try and get this guy. So I need to make sure he has a Y, and he has wings, and he doesn't have metal. And this one, you're not giving him any legs, so you need to make sure that your mom has genes for both legs. Okay, so then you select, this is what I want the father to give, and I'm going to try and find a mom cell, a mother cell, an egg with both legs. Okay, perfect. No metallic, no wings. Okay, does he have wings? Okay, I'm just gonna give it a try. And then you're gonna play it, and then you're gonna watch these two come together. This is also known as fertilization. And then your offspring that you made will be right here, and then you'll drag it to try and match them. Good, awesome. I made the right son. Now I'm gonna leave it to you to make the other dragon, and yours may be difficult or easier. The dragons that you get will be random each time. So you're basically trying to play around with it. The whole process is trying to learn through genetics by doing. It's kind of for kinesthetic learners. Okay, and then as you go, answer the questions. So like highlight which ones will give you dragon with wings. There may be multiple, and then highlight the other combinations that will give you metal dragon. And then it'll ask you a couple questions. What is a combination of alleles or versions of a gene that will give you a dragon with no hind limbs? And then it's going to ask you about meiosis, which was the cells splitting apart. And then at the bottom, I'm going to have you practice around with trying to determine what the dragons are going to look like when I give you a certain genotype or when I give you the dragon's genes, also known as genotype. And then at the end, when you finish that worksheet, turn it in and then fill out this Dragon Genetics exit ticket. You basically give your name, and then I just want to see how well you know the material here. And then at the end, give me one question you have about traits, genes, and chromosomes. This topic's still fairly new, so I expect everyone to have at least one question. Thanks so much, you guys. I appreciate you staying with me the whole way. And I'm going to end the video with a fun fact, as always. My fun fact is going to be the fastest animal alive is the cheetah. It can run as fast as 70 miles per hour, which is the speed limit on certain sections of I-5, which is pretty incredible. So cheetahs are super cool, and that is my fun fact. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on Friday. Thanks, guys.